Quest Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of Bluebell Wood by David Blake, narrated by Jonathan Keeble. To those who by persistence in doing good seek glory, honour, and immortality, he will give eternal life. Romans chapter 2, verse 7. Prologue. Wednesday the 10th of June. A ghostly layer of early morning mist inched its way through the ancient trees of Bluebell Wood, hovering above its carpet of burgeoning blue flowers like a discarded wedding veil. Frank Hall stopped for a moment to catch his breath. "Where the hell is he?" he muttered quietly to himself, digging his hands into the pockets of his flimsy raincoat to shake his head in weary consternation. "Charlie!" he shouted, endeavouring to mask his mounting frustration. "Here, boy!" Remaining still, he listened to his voice echoing away into the disturbingly quiet woodland, tuning his ears for even the faintest of sounds. But there were none. No chirping birds, no scuffling rats. There wasn't even a breath of air to rustle the leaves above. About to call again, the sudden snap of a branch had him spinning around. Squinting his eyes against the sun's low early morning rays, he caught sight of a footpath, winding its way through the surrounding bluebells like a gently meandering river. The sound came again, louder that time, reverberating through the woods from some unknown place directly ahead. When he heard the growl of a dog, he leapt suddenly forward, lifting his voice once more. "Charlie! Here, boy! Come on!" Traipsing over the rarely trodden footpath, he plunged through the undergrowth, deeper and deeper into the mist-shrouded woods. As the trees began closing in around him, so did the mist, turning the sun's welcoming rays into an impenetrable blinding white light. Barely able to see anything at all, he cast his eyes down at his feet, only to realize that not only had the path he'd been following disappeared, but so had the bluebells, and his boots were now being snagged by a twisted mass of razor-sharp brambles. Regretting having worn his old khaki army shorts, he stopped again to listen, the skin on his face prickling against the cold, misty air. He could still hear the sound of a dog's ominous low growl, but as he remained completely still, he began to wonder if it was his dog, or even if it was a dog at all. Squinting his eyes against the sun's blinding incandescent rays, he was about to call his name again when the darker side of his imagination began to get the better of him. Deciding that it was probably best to keep his mouth closed, he continued on.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?